forward. Mm-hmm.
By the way, Bryce, got any more windy by you outside?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I could look up earlier when I was coming back downstairs. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It feels like I heard like a tornado's coming. It wouldn't surprise me if I see like a cow flying by.
Boo.
It makes me wonder if we're getting the afterwinds of those hurricanes that whatever went through the down south like a few weeks back.
Hmm. Abort. Abort.
You know, back to the shiny grind.
We need Wolf here for the entertainment.
Because like, if I raid, no, it's not appropriate for Twitch.
Well, neither is mine. I swear up and down and say bad things. You probably say more racy swears.
Oh yeah.
That's more on the political side of racism and other things that Twitch itself doesn't want, but I also don't want. So yeah, that's why anyone talks like that, it'll flag in general, because Twitch themselves, again, it's not like what, yeah, it's an escape, you know what I mean? So like most platforms don't want that crap on there. It's understandable. It's a place for video games, not politics and other crap. Like they even said somewhere where it's like you're fine smoking weed as long as it's legal in your state or whatever, because apparently they don't even like. I guess that's a no. I don't know, but I'm just like, people will get shit by Twitch if you talk racially or whatever. They don't want any political viewage or racism or whatever. But it makes sense because it's a safe spot. It's not meant for that. I think even social media should not be, you know what I mean, all about what people want to put their fucking nonsense out there. It's a place to escape and chat with friends that you know, and maybe buddies that you know out in different states, or just communities. Like I'm following a lot of anime communities and video game communities. Those should not have any hate of any kind. But yet, like, it's everywhere.
People went through my Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
I kinda had it, but I guess I got a happy anniversary for being in DeviantArt.
Ah. Yeah.
Let me see. Here's. The only thing only have one person on my account, and that's my ex, fucking Rosie.
Hmm.
This thing's old.
Crabs.
So far, how many resets have you done today?
140. I only know because I started at 10,400 flat.
Damn.
And I average about half 1,000 a stream, give or take. Maybe more if I'm focused on it. Yesterday I was at 9,500 something, or that was the day before, either way. I did about 1,000 in 2 streams. So, something like that. That's how it's been. Every 2 streams is 1,000 so far. I've been trying to put the numbers of my account in there just so it helps me when I go to freaking highlight them. Just to figure out what videos they all are, and helps people know where I'm at, even though I don't know the full actual count, but it's in the range of 10,000 going on, well, 10,500, so it's going on the latter half of that now.
Yeah.
And I can easily probably do most as 1,000 a stream if I really go hard at it. It's already been 2 hours and I only did 140, so that's really not great, but it's still not horrible. I think that's about what everyone else who did content online like this has probably averaged around a couple hundred a stream. I don't know, I haven't really watched too many full. If I'm gonna watch somebody hunt legitimately full, it has to be alive. Not a YouTube video of somebody once doing it. Because what's the point? I already know you're gonna get it, just where's the video? Like the guy I'm watching, I have him on repeat, but he has the video titled Finally Got, so I know which one it is, and it's towards the end of the video. Because every other video I see people doing are just like a 5-minute clip of them getting it. I'm just like, would you I want the whole dang stream, damn it. It just gets me in the mood for it, and it just keeps me hunting, and I like to watch that kind of thing when I'm doing a certain hunt. I watch people do that same hunt. Because then it just makes me feel like I'm going to have a better chance of getting it, and my mind is distracted, and I'm not worried about, oh, am I going to get it? Because then I start saying shit like, oh, well, no, it's not going to be shiny, or it won't be shiny, or whatever, and I just give up. Because I'm trying to also, you know, like Shiny Hunt on ZA, all the times I've done it on camera so far, and all the times I've done it by myself, and just stopped doing a certain method is because of impatience.
Struggle sometimes trying to have some special in the older days.
And I put so much patience on on platinum chaining. That takes a lot of effort and patience. Breeding takes a lot of patience and effort. And I've set up some of my shinies to have good stats and natures. That's even more setup. And it's just, I don't do that for every Pokemon, but I've done it for like Charmander, Froakie, and such, and my Honedge, because X and Y I did a lot of that. So like when I was transferring all the Pokemon over, I'm like, oh yeah, there's all my million Dittos that are different natures, and all my actual Pokemon, because I was actually breeding normally without Dittos as well. I was like, this is more like I'm breeding because I want better stats, natures, and probably whatever else. I don't know why I was breeding with the same, like Honedge, I was breeding, I think, multiple Honedges together to give it every IV that I wanted.
Oh my god. The struggle of they also trying to breed the perfect IV Ditto for future breeding.
That's what I was doing.
Oh.
Well, not breeding. I was trying to capture with the radar, I think. Either that or trade people online in X and Y, because I did do a lot of that, but I had a lot of Dittos that were named different stats, like IV, or it'd be like attack, speed, or whatever it is. And I'm just like, okay. And that's how I basically branched it all the way down with the Destiny Knot, I believe. There's a lot of setup. And then the armbands, too. I was, like, trying really big. Because I remember in X and Y, I won all of that shit in the Battle Mason. Only to find out that Pokebank says, fuck you, when you have them on them. I didn't know that at the time. It was my fault. I lost everything when I first initially put everything in Pokebank to go to Oris. Should have known, because it says it.
Oh, we lost your item. Transfer over to Pokemon.
A long time ago, back on X and Y to Oris, yes. All the training bands and all the breeding crap that I had. Like the Destiny Knot, all the armbands that I won at the Battle Mason that I was using to transfer down stats and nature, or not natures, but the IVs and stuff like that. Yeah, all those. All that hard-earned effort just wasted. And I said, fuck it. And I just put them all on home, or a Pokemon Bank through to Oris, and then that's how that's how, thanks to X and Y, I was able to easily complete Oris. The X-Ys. And that's what's going to help me beat Scarlet and Violet and Sun and Moon, or Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield now, is whatever Pokemon I can bring over, and I'm going to fucking rank, that's going to help me complete that dex. I just said fuck it though, because all the items I had on Oris, I just said fuck it, go. I'm not taking them all off. So whatever items Pokebank or Pokehome takes away too, they're not getting any of their held items, which is kind of dumb to me, but I also kind of get it. They don't want you being overpowered, I guess. That's why they don't release the upgrade or update for Home until later, also. Because they don't want you to be using all your older mons. That's why, like, games like, for instance, this, and transferring to Leaf Green and Fire Red. One, you had to beat Fire Red and Leaf Green to get to the post-game where you could trade among Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. It really is freaking dumb, but they don't want you using and having all these other Pokemon on your game. They want you to focus, same with Fire Red and Leaf Green. They want you to focus, the region itself. That's why for Gen 3 trades, you have to wait that far. It's a pain in the ass, so I'm gonna have a good time playing Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm not a big fan of that at all. I'm excited to replay Heart Gold, Soul Silver when I get there. Why do I keep smelling poop?
Do you have some on your feet?
I hope not. I don't know if I do or not. I don't see any active dry crap on me. I just keep smelling this faint scent of poop. That's why.
Nothing on your hands or like on your
I just
jeans, or like...
no. I just cleaned my hands. What? I would not let poop on my hands and stay on my hands. It's in my room, Irving. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, why do I smell poop? It has nothing to do with being on me. Because I've been smelling it. I'm just mentioning it. That's why you keep hearing me sniffling or sniffing, for anyone who does. It's starting to get me erect. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully, the doggy didn't take a poopy in your room.
I don't know how he would. I don't know where it would be, where it's not in plain fucking sight. There's really not much space, and he definitely ain't fitting under my bed. I mean, he can, just it wouldn't be very comfortable for him to crap under. Because there's no space for him to actually, relax and do it. He'd be crunched. I have space under my desk, but there's no poo there. I have space behind me where my green screen is, and my whatever. Nothing. I just smell it. I don't know if it's wafting in from somewhere else or I'm just smelling something that I don't is not actually. To be fair, my nose could just be smelling something that isn't anything. And that just could be Could just be the bag of fucking cigarettes and weed ash and smoke that could just be wafting. That does get a gross smell after a while. It's not that old though, but either way, I don't know. My nose just might be my nose.
Are you still getting the horny weed or not anymore?
No, I mean I do here and there, I guess. I just get whatever I get. Honestly. I like the taste of it. I really don't feel any effect of the mood that they're expecting people to.
I'm further noticed the horny weed because I guess they deliver what worldwide, not just Pennsylvania.
Well, mood? Yeah. They've always been worldwide. I don't know why you assume they were a Pennsylvania thing. But no, I've said it.
I never heard the horny weed until you brought it up.
Horny weed? It's Irving. That's just one of the weeds. It's called mood for a reason. There's ones that help you sleep, ones for social, ones for whatever. They don't do anything. It's only one of the moods is arousal. Yes. I only bought it because the flavor is actually good, and I kept buying it because I enjoyed the taste of it. It's not like that weed specifically makes me horny. It's just in general I get hornier when I'm on weed. Because I can smoke the weed that's supposed to help me sleep, and I'm just not gonna do anything in that nature. I'm not social. There's no way weed is gonna make me social. But no, I still buy it because I like the flavor of it. I bought like maybe, I don't know, 9 different flavors, and I stick with the few, same that I enjoy. Until I get tired of it.
How many flavors do they have in total?
I have no idea. A lot. I've only bought like 9 different versions or flavors, or 9 different strains. There's tons. And that's just weed. I mean, I mean like the flower. That's just the flower. There's edibles too, and vapes and stuff. You get a lot of different things on there. Corny. Who's corny? What?
That's horny. That's a good question. When they drop on the Switch 2, you're gonna restream the Coliseum and XD?
Maybe in a future in the future, probably another 5-6 years from now. Probably, maybe yes. I'm actually more the kind to actually replay it for myself, just because. But not anytime soon, no. Unless people really want to see me play it again, which is cool now. Hopefully, they can add home support to that.
I gotta say though, I'm still surprised that when you were doing the monkey ones, that the TK64 is not on the emulator on Switch.
I thought it would be too. But no, if they can add home support for Kale of Darkness and Kalo, that's freaking free legendaries and whatnot. And starters. You get a ton of legendaries and starters in those games. Like Lugia Ho-Oh. Fucking the beasts, the birds, then the starters. I mean, shit, be a good way to complete Home's decks and your own if you don't have access to multiple other games. I'd say they should have put that on the Switch long ago, but I know how demanding GameCube is. Or Wii, too, as well.
I feel that the Wii, even though it's the one that came after the GameCube, might be less demanding than the GameCube, considering the majority of its games were ported to, like, what is it, 3DS and other things. A lot more than GameCube games have.
I'm not saying it's less demanding, but both are very hard to emulate.
I'm so surprised to find out that Schultz game, when it first appears, I played it on 3DS, and I didn't realize it first came out on the Wii.
So being weird like usual. Is that what cringe is? Is that what you were saying about cringe? I just didn't know what you were referencing. What was cringe? Or corny, not cringe. Corny. But yes, we're being weird, as usual.
That's what we always are.
I didn't know if you were referencing something I was saying about the weed, and you decided to say corny to that, or something else. I was just curious. Don't you start with the yawns and I don't know what I was trying to say. I heard the
how it is outside, it's like perfect, like weather to cuddle.
Yes, it is. I heard the weed and heard horny. Ah, that's why you said corny. I figured. I was trying to figure if you were saying corny in reference to not saying the word horny. It's fine. Even if you want to say porn, you could say porn. You don't have to say corn. Anyway, I know. Like, nonetheless, yes. There's mood.com is where I buy my weed, and they have different strains of weed that apparently gives you different effects. One is arousalment, although there's several that are arousalment. I bought it to see how it would affect me. Well, weed in general makes me horny. Sorry, no one cares. So I honestly don't feel if that affects me any more than normal. Because then I've smoked weed that's supposed to be making me more social, smoked weed that makes me more tired. There's different versions of these. And then, like, I've only bought like 9 or so different strains of within the same mood, if that makes sense. So like sleep, arousal, social, whatever, excitement, stuff like that. And again, if I act that way while I'm on it, I don't think it's the weed. Like, it might just be me like reacting to something. So I can't really tell if I'm to me, I'm just me. So, in a sense, if you're going to look for mood or anyone, like, to me, it doesn't affect me in the same vein, in that vein, where it gives me a certain more exciting attitude or something. But they sell edibles and stuff like that, as well as other things. They don't just sell herb. You can get flour and edibles and gummies and like candy and like snacks and stuff. Well, good. Yes, mood does increase things, but not like the weed doesn't. Like, weed doesn't make me more talkative. The only reason why I'm talking now is because I'm responding to something, a question you had, or explaining myself. Because yeah, I smoked earlier, but I'm not even like that baked. I need to like smoke several bowls back to back to really get high. And even when I'm baked out of my mind, I'm not one of those people that get stupid. I don't know how some people who smoke just get really like out there and weird, like Alicia used to. Buzzkill. Where they're all freaking out about shit going on. I'm just like, can you chill? Can we enjoy this? Being outside with somebody who's freaking out about everything is really a mood kill. There's people like that, and then there's people who don't. Like Brady, Mercer's ex, was so baked he thought he sounded black. Excuse me? Like, that's the most retarded I've ever seen somebody on a drug. And it was marijuana, of all things. Like, okay, I can understand maybe, like, other drugs. I've done my fair share of things. Like, I mean, I was lit on fire while on mushrooms. Enough said.
Bro, I just reminded me, I forget we were at when I have my long hair down, and I sparked a cigarette, and like half of my hair went lit on fire in front of my face. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that move. But not surprised. Not surprised. I light my hair on fire sometimes too, and it's nowhere near that long. Long enough though to get in my face.
Bro, I'm quickly checking on the Switch. It looks like they finally gave us the big idea too for the OG Nintendo.
Nice. Well, I never touched the weed or the crack. Oh, you're just being weird. Oh, I mean, I'm weird naturally. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, some people get really weird, like, noticeably different when they're on weed. Like, I don't know. To the point where it just stresses me out because it's so out of place, and it's not like I'm mad or annoyed by it. It's just like I have pet peeves of my own, and a lot of people who I've hung out with in the past or been high like that, and some have just gotten weird. When there's people like me who are high as fuck, and I'm kind of just the same. I may laugh and giggle and be happy, but that's generally how I am when I'm talking to friends and having a good time. Again, I don't know. I get very bitchy now when I don't have weed. I can definitely sense that it ups my mood in that sense. It's like going without a cigarette for a while. That's how weed affects me now. But that's different. That's me being off of it. Because it doesn't really matter. I can eventually, like, if I go a week without weed, and I have somebody to relax me, like Irving, or if I have my girlfriend, whatever, I won't be anywhere near as grouchy. But if just anything can make my day, and I can go bad without it, and I could feel it in, like, kind of like how, I don't know, like, whenever I feel upset or sad or just whatever, I could, like, feel it in my body, if that makes sense. Emotionally, physically, whatever. My body feels sad, if that's weird to describe, but that's how I get when I'm off weed for long enough. I just get depressed. Because yes, that's what I smoke for. Namely, depression. I don't want to sit there, because I suffer a lot of acceptance problems from growing up. And a lot of hidden away for most of my life, bisexuality thing. And it's just, I feel like people never like me, and I always feel like I cause. That's why I'm always saying sorry and always thinking I'm the cause of a lot of things. So I don't want to change myself. That's why I've never accepted drugs, like actual drugs that are meant to help you, medical drugs, not weed, which is a drug, but it's still like illegal in a lot of cases. Now it's becoming more legal just because people know its medicinal properties. But like,
I will never forget when we did eat there for the first time with Jimmy. and Tom got humped by his dog.
That was ether. That was not the first time we did weed. That was ether.
I mean, I meant to say ether.
I was about to say, the first time I did weed was freshman year or 8th grade, one of the two. Yes, the ether, which is a freaking... You're huffing ether. That's worse. Oh, that's way worse. Yeah, I've done my fair share of crap like that. Coke, meth. Oh, wait. No. No, I've not done meth. Heroin. I've snorted heroin. I've done coke. I've snorted heroin. I've done mushrooms. I've huffed ether, and I've huffed like dust off or whatever that equivalent, compressed air. Me and my friends used to black each other out, which is basically taking all the oxygen out of your freaking brain, basically, and plant. Done that, which is the same as like climbing up to high altitudes. I drank a number of times. Drinking is probably one of my least favorite. When I'm fucking wasted, it's probably my least favorite, just because I've always had bad times of blacking out, or just in general. I had one bad moment where I was hyperventilating and I couldn't breathe very well, so I was just slaying on the couch, just going. I was fine after a bit, but I was really dizzy. Like I'll stand up and just go boom. I never liked alcohol. Also, in the puking. I remember the very first time I drank alcohol, it was straight Jim Beam. My brother Greg was in the basement with me, tapping me on the back while I was puking my balls off. Blah, blah, blah. Not a fun experience, no. I like beer. I like social drinking with a couple beers. It was fun when I did that with Tiffany and 3. We all had some drinks. I was just drinking some beers. It doesn't take much to fuck me up. 3 or 4 beers and I'm already buzzing. Not buzz, I'm a bit more than that. I want to say maybe 6 and I may be light drunk. Because 3 beers, I'm feeling it. The body high and all that. But that's the extent of my partying. I never really was and by parties, I mean a bunch of friends at my house all doing drugs or playing video games. And by drugs, I mean weed and cigarettes mostly, and some occasional alcohol. Yes, there was maybe some other moments of drug use, like I've done maybe some coke and other things, but these were years prior to a lot of that. A lot of my high school partying only just included alcohol, weed, predominantly. I try not to stick around with that, and then I saw a guy stick a hanger through his nose, and that's the end of that. No more drugs. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question what? Why are we questioning my existence?
The good old days.
Back when I existed.
I do miss the old house. It's weird whenever I walk by and knowing it's empty.
Excuse me. I was fat in a former life. Excuse you too. I already excused myself long before you can excuse me, so excuse you for excusing me, princess. But thank you.
Wouldn't Drama Queen be a better fit?
I only said princess because of the Zelda thing. Excuse you, princess. That wasn't a shot at anyone. That was just me making a dumb Zelda reference. Everyone's a drama queen, Irvin. Why only queen? Can't there be drama kings? Don't assume my drama. Did you just assume that? Did you just assume my drama? Can I pee on it? Maybe he'll get so mad at me he'll turn blue. Maybe he's one of those weird, like, toilet things where you pee on it and the water hits water and it turns blue. Goes from pink to blue. You're excused. You're all excused. We're about at 200 more encounters. 200 encounters.
Hopefully today will be the day.
Hopefully. I say that every day I wake up in the morning. If not today, then hopefully tomorrow. And then hopefully the day after that. And then the day after that. Dragon's a slut. Alright, you pink pussy, be a blue one. Be a blue.
Come on, be blue. Quit being pink. Blue.
Each game's odds individually is 5,300 each game. Total of 10,600.
You already passed the 10,000 mark, right? Or are you getting there?
No, I'm at 10,600. Combined, though. Each game individually is only 5,300. If that helps at all. But yes, I'm well over 10,000. I'm at 10,600. I'm going on 11,000. Again, I started this stream at 10,400. So I just did 200. Now I can masturbate on stream again. It's purple. Yeah, it's purple this time. If only I could see the die rolling every time I encounter it. see where the shiny roll on that die is, or if I could just bring up like a random number calculator that just shows me what it's calculating each time I encounter him. I just want to see what the odds are each time, and if I'm anywhere near close, or if it's just in or if it's in a set actual order of RNG numbers on a list or die somewhere hidden, and I just got to keep going until I get it. Some could have an odds of seeing Mew within the first attempt. Some don't get it until like 30,000 times later. I wonder where mine is at right now. And 600. Hooker.
Come on, let her be shiny.
I love everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate everyone wasting their time watching me do nothing. Well, I only say waste of time because it's me. I'd probably say that even if I was doing something. It's just how I talk. But thank you guys.
Come on, you quit being a bitch.
Even my own girlfriend who stopped in earlier couldn't give me enough love.
Then you gotta rub her titties like 3 times for some good luck.
What is she, a Buddha? I mean, my Buddha, my Buddha. I want to touch her booty. Anyway, I wouldn't mind rubbing that for luck, and her belly, and whatever else. Tiffany, I'm very sorry. Oh, I'm sure she would want that too, but I would love to cuddle you right now, cutie. I'm just glad to have somebody I can hold. Whether or not she lets me touch her like that, willy-nilly, I'm just glad to have her be her someday, cuddle her, touch her. That's one way to turn me into. Fuck your horny weed. Just think about your girlfriend. That's enough. That's all the horny we have. Thinking about her. Thinking about the girlfriend. Right.
Alright.
But yeah, I have 3 weeds. I'm puffing on a mix of 2, but one's ice cream cake is the last one I have left, which is for sleep, and I'm not tired at all. But I have one that's called Super Goof for focused, and one called Sub Zero for chill. It basically the little packages. They tell you the strain, the name. The potency is medium for this one. It tells you what genetics. Oreos and Super Boof. 60-40 indica dominant. It tells you that indica or sativa, and then it tells you the sense of it, which is tangy, cherries, skunky, diesel, or rich chocolate. I have no idea. That's too many scents. But yeah, like Super Goof has high potency, stuff like that. That's what it basically all tells you. I like mood a lot. And you could buy different amounts. I bought each one is 3.5 grams. So that I buy. And I'm paying about a little under $200. I also
What
have
kind of games you playing enough to like keep you good?
Oh yes, it's been for months. For the years I've been using it. Yes. Oh yeah, it's better than the regular I was getting from that one coworker from Chick-fil-A that I did. Or Sears, not Chick-fil-A. Yeah. He's a good guy, but his selling regular, and it was starting to get way too seedy and stemmy and nasty. I mean, it wasn't all regular. It was usually like good, and then it just degraded to regular. It was not worth paying the extra for his gas and trip, so I was paying him extra in general. But yeah, it wasn't worth that. $200 to $300 range, because again, extra. Normally it'd be about 200 or maybe less for what I was paying by the quantity towards the end there. But his better stuff was probably about the same price as this. Again, I was just paying extra. This, though, it's better grade in general. It's consistent, and it's a subscription. You can set up sub. So I have that, and I get more, if not the same amount, of better quality for less price. Again, each one's 3.5, and I have 3 at a time, usually. So that's 12 grams. I'm not really great with all that either, too. So when I ask for weed, usually it's always, can I get a 10 bag? Can I get a 20 bag? Can I get that? I don't know sizes. So I would be like, can I get this amount of however much money I'm willing to spend is what I used to ask him all the time. And it just feels so weird. So that's why that's another thing too. So when I mentioned sizes, I don't know anything on amounts because I don't weigh anything or measure anything. And even if I did, that's just not, like, I can't eyeball something like that and be like, oh yeah, that's this amount. Or how many grams should be in, like, certain amounts of weed. So people can easily use that against me. Another reason I stopped buying off with anyone in general. But then Mood also called me and was like, hey, you're a big customer and we like you and I'll call you back. Never did. But I forgot they were asking me a bunch of different trivia, or not trivia questions, but like just normal, do you like our products? Whatever, blah, da, da, da. What is your favorite on there? And I'm like, the herb, the flower, that kind of thing. It was that kind of stuff. I was like, you're calling me after however long I've been using this one? I also have a sticker. They give you like little stickers in their boxes. I put one on my desk. It's kind of cool. Yeah, they're pretty nice little community of people on there. I like the little box they put it in. People must have argued because they used to just put the equivalent of confetti in there, and so to mask the smell. So now they put that same stuff and the weed in a bag and shove it in a box. So people must have complained online when they would open it up because they used to have loose, little crinkly confetti equivalent paper just to mask the smell and whatever else. And now they put that and the weed in a separate bag within the box. I was like, didn't take that long. Huh. Get more and better product. Yeah, that's basically it. And at your own pace. Again, you don't have to do, and like even if your sub is for like a 30-month period, you can literally say I run out, which I'm about to, I'm probably gonna have to go on there and hit send. You can literally go on there and have them send it to you, and you'll get it within like 2 or 3 days later. So I can go on right now, and even though it's a subscription that's supposed to come to me in like every 20 days or whatever, because you could set all that up. It doesn't have to be. I don't believe it's a full like set calendar time frame. You could set how long you want like it to be sent to you for, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever it is. And I have it like every half a month, give or take. Even that I run out faster than. But yes, it's very consistent, and even swapping over to Illinois, they had no problem shipping. Okay, there we go. Your audio did get suddenly louder. I'm not saying your TV might have. I don't know if you swap games. It's fine on OBS and Discord or whatever, but I'm just letting you know your audio did get suddenly louder. The only problem I have with it is it'll mask you somewhat. I don't think anyone can really hear it. But with you and me talking, it is gonna like make it harder to hear everything. So, just FYI. Yeah. Yeah, that's really loud. The fuck? Yeah, I have not heard your audio much at all. Why is it suddenly spiking? And I kept your volume the same. You have... I don't know what... In air, you're good. Just... odd. I'm just nosy and I'm curious. That's why I still talk about certain things. I don't necessarily care. Chesty. Nipplies. Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm questioning. I'm like, it doesn't sound like your TV would have gone up, and I didn't change anything. It just suddenly, again, then that's the game's audio itself. Like certain parts of certain. Is it the same game or is it a different game? Because that's, and that's my point though. Not every. Oh, I appreciate you don't. I hate feeling like that. That makes me feel like a dick. Yeah, if you want to do that, if you don't have to be here either. I do appreciate you can be in Twitch like chatting and play your game. You don't always have to be in VC with me. I really do appreciate you, Irving. I know you're here still. You're not disturbing my stream. I'm just letting you know. But every game's audio is mixed different. Pokemon and say Final Fantasy are gonna have like different ranges of music. And then there's games with dialogue, actual voice acting involved. Like Pokemon itself does not, so itself as an RPG doesn't get that loud in the terms of cutscene department, but say Final Fantasy can, or in your case Borderlands, since it's an action-heavy RPG shooter with a lot of referencing and jokes and half the crap screaming at you, running at you, so it makes sense. Then you got loud-ass voices in NPCs. Those games are funny, so that's going to have a lot of high random nonsense. Like Wolf too, though, when with Sonic and Legends Arceus, like there's a lot of collecting sound effects and her getting hit constantly, so all I hear is rings flying out of her. A lot of it's not fully hearable on Discord or Twitch, some of it, but it's there and it's gonna make it harder to hear overall. Because from what I saw, that wasn't even ranking halfway on OBS. I really hate being all mix master with OBS and my own fucking mixing program. Twitch is a pain. Streaming is in general, or doing content is in general. You gotta I already struggle enough with making sure my audio is fine. Let's see. If I were to swap over with something else more action heavy, it's going to be a lot louder. My eye. Ugh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Billy. I didn't hit my phone there. Firework family. That's how I read that. Anyway, I hope you're well, Billy. Much love, dude. Thank you for popping in. I hope you had a fantastic stream yesterday, and I hope your streams go well today, for ya. So far, no luck with this fucker. But we're hopefully doing it. Hopefully doing it. Maybe we're doing it right. Maybe we're doing it wrong. As well. For anyone who wants to, if Wolf or Irving want to VC or whatever with Dragon, we can be. I'll just drop out now if no one wants to. Don't want too much audio blaring. That's alright. And none of my echoing either. Oy, I don't want to hear my own voice. I deal with myself. I hope everyone's doing well today and having a good time, hanging out, doing what you do. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for Tiffany and the friends that I have, honestly. And the people on Twitch. I'm thankful my mom's up. I just wish things were better in the last year. sluts. Oi. Oi. Oh, good. No. Do you want to talk or you just want to be here? Or you just need to hear me? But if you can hear me in general and you're not gonna actually talk, what's the point? Everything that we talked about was from yesterday, though. So it was said yesterday. I'm not trying to start any arguments or anything. Look, I totally understand. I'm sorry for any drama, and I totally understand. I'm just trying to be nice and be friends with everybody. I don't want to be the middleman in all of this. I apologize for anything I've caused and said. Alright, can we... I'm sorry. I really am. I just don't want to start further fights. Let's relax now. Low blow or not. Wolf did not like how you talked or tried to do that voice or whatever it is you were doing. And then the comment of you saying apparently something about when I walked away. The comment to her, I guess, she told me that she didn't like that you're alone with him. You said that you're alone with me or whatever. I wasn't there for that. This is what she told me. That was the biggest issue she's had. So again, me and Irving only really go off of what we're told, or more or less what he is told, and what he's heard already. But with Wolf commenting that to me, that's basically why she was creeping out when you were doing Smeagol or Golem's voice also. That's personally the biggest thing. But I guess, I don't know. I wasn't there for what that comment, though, apparently, when you said that, I guess. She told me that. But also, there's a lot of times where you say sorry when Wolf is screaming at a game, or I am. We're not actively, like, mad. We're more annoyed at what's happening, and trust me, you'll know when I am. And we're definitely not mad at you. If there's a lot of times where you're just saying sorry for something that's happened, that's fine. I can't tell through text really, but generally, because there's a lot of times where I'm actually saying sorry towards a reaction towards someone else or something, not that I did it. So you're fine. I just want everyone to get along. Because I am going to have to fucking step in, because it's my stream that's happening on. In my community. You're all part of my community. I don't want my community fighting like that. And I don't want to alienate anyone, because I want to be cool with everyone. I put up with a lot more of whoever causes drama. I'm not saying anyone specifically, I'm just saying in general, any drama, because everyone's drama. I generally put up with a lot of it, and other people would say whatever on their own opinions, and I've dealt with whoever. I'm very easygoing, despite how I can talk. I'm very sorry, Dragon, for any comments at all, or whatever happened, whether my end or not. I just want everyone to get along. And I understand that not everyone's going to like everybody. That's going to be impossible. There's going to be people we meet that we don't like, or whatever. Or there's going to be people that other people are cool with that other people aren't. I can't expect everyone to like a certain person that I may get along with anybody or whatever, intentionally at first. Because I've given Matt a lot of chances. If I were to generally meet him in a public setting, things will be different. At work, I give him chances. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's an example. It's a bad one, but nonetheless. I'm sorry. I'm not the greatest speaker, so I apologize. You're not a bother. At least not to me. You may bother them, or have bothered them. That's their issue. You guys need to talk out otherwise. But just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what really if I can't even speak. This, whatever issues, I don't know. Just react to the stream accordingly, like you do. Speak and say, you can talk with whatever I'm saying, whatever's happening. I don't know. Yeah, but that's why you talk it out. That just... Look, doing that makes it... That... You need to talk it out with somebody like that, because that can make people heavily worry, like Wolf did. That would have made me worry and stress. You did that out of the blue. Look, I understand that she may have been creeped out by some things, or whatever happened. I really wasn't there for whatever was said. But I only stress out about a lot of things and people because I actually do care. I'm just bad at saying it and doing certain things and actions or whatever. I just want everyone to get along. Because I know I'm not going to be one of those streamers who's just more can put on a show all the time. I'm like just 100% myself, so you're going to see a lot of fights, a lot of whatever between, or not fights, but just conversations with me and my close friends that you may not want to hear. I don't know, or you're going to get some arguments. You're going to hear Irving and myself scream and yell at games, not actually being like full on pissed. Irving may be more than me, I don't know. His anger's a bit different. Mine, similar, but different. I can't tell if he's actually more frustrated at certain things. I definitely, a lot of times, I'm more annoyed and then it progresses. But the way Wolf is acting, that's basically the annoyance. That's annoyance equivalent for me. Actively pissed off is me either breaking something or just screaming horrendously at the game and visibly getting tired. But I have different ways. It shows differently. If you go and watch Elden Ring Melania Battle, I don't know what episode all that is. That is a bit of pissed off where I didn't break a thing. And then there's Donkey Kong 64, one episode where I broke my entire voice box. Almost, no, I'm kidding. I broke my voice. My voice cracked, and I screamed enough to where it died. And then I broke a headset and cried horrendously. I had an emotional breakdown. Probably the first emotional breakdown, and it was a culmination of decades, years worth of emotion, including, well, my father's passing, and then the fact I realized how heavily I loved my girlfriend. So there was a lot of emotion that was coming out of me then. I spent many years secluded without actively being open. I had friends, but I didn't really open up to them. And every time I've ever tried to open up to people that I'm not as close to or not friends with, I get hurt by some of them. That's a lot of people I work with. Not everyone, but some people aren't as nice. So it's like people don't change regardless of that fact. Well, you were there. I'm not meaning you. You definitely listened to a lot of me opening up. I never try to shit on anybody. I'm trying to always be there. I just may never have anything to say, but I'm there. That's other people. I'm always here for anyone. I may express opinions if it's game related. And I'm very bad at that because I make it sound like my opinions matter. I'm always going to be opening up to anybody. That's just how I am because I'm myself. Really. I've always just wanted to be accepted. And as a result, I developed horrendous issues and problems, and then I end up doing the same things that I want. Or don't want, rather. And I seclude people. I just have a hard time wanting to let people closer to me because of how much I've been used. And I still slowly do anyway. And get hurt again. Not again, I did it with my ex Megan. Like, I tried to give her chances, not as a romantic, but I gave her a ton of money. So I was seeing Tiffany at this point. And I was just like, no. I was like, but I was helping her out? No, she was just being a thief. Like, yeah. It's my fault. I've given money to other coworkers too, and they've not paid me. But it's like I will always get screwed over because of my gullibility. I'm just nice to people, and I always hear being nice. Karma, good. You do good things. Good things will happen to you. You treat people the way you want to be treated. My parents raised me good. It's just in terms of my gullibility, my pampering, as well as my whatever other problems I may have, real world wise. I'm very gonna be fucked. I've been used by people, so I understand the feeling. But it has nothing to do with you. It's them. Because all the people who use me, that would imply that I'm all the crap I talk and say about myself. Wouldn't it? No? Don't listen to Irving. We all have our issues, man. And I'm sorry for any problems and that you found out that sucks. And I'm pretty sure if I opened up fully to some of the people that were closest to me in life, I'm sure they would hate me. I'm not sure, but because the one girl who would blackmail me as growing up would use that against me being bisexual, against me by saying that if she'll tell people I like if I didn't do certain things for her, which is wrong. And the one kid that I had a crush on at the time did call me a fag to my face. So he forgot eventually, but still, like, I was afraid to tell further anything else out of fear of any of the closest friends before Irving. And I never did. People like Tom and him even found out on different means, and then some, and exes. I was afraid to tell any exes. And Current and Tiffany. And I did. People have slowly accepted me, but even then, look what happened with Matt. It's just like, I'm trying to be more open, and it's just, I want to still tell people, but I just seems like certain crowds I can't, and I gotta figure that out on my own. You are a fine person. You just gotta find people that you trust. You have Johnny too. I'm not gonna fuck you over either. But no, it has nothing to do with you. Your ex-friend was just a cunt and an asshole. I've been used by people prior who were never really friends to begin with. The one guy who called me about the PSP charger that he wanted for the PSP he stole specifically from me. Yeah, it's one of those people. I didn't hang out with him anywhere near as long as, like, my entire life or anything, but high school, still people I let over. The other girl who I did date, actually, by a girl named Elizabeth, I did date her for a couple weeks, or a week or two, or whatever. She was the one who stole the Inuyasha shards from me and got caught. And also told my other ex that I dated after her name's Heather, that I was smoking. So, like, I had people that fucked me over. And that's in those senses. Try to rob me and stuff like that. And then the girl Megan I've known, even though it was online, I've known her since we were in high school and dated on and off. Nothing really serious, because again, she's from PA, but I never met her even now. And then she fucked me over years later because I trusted her and gave her some money, which is way too much, but my fault. That's all my fault. One day you'll meet better people, Dragon, than even me. But I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. You don't have anything to be sorry about. And I know it's not. You're not saying it as if you did it, but you have nothing to apologize for. Either. No, it's more my fault on that last one though. And this ain't. I'm not trying to make this about me to make anyone feel bad. I'm trying to be more comfort if I can, but that's what I've tried to do with people I'm trying to meet at work and stuff like that. Like, I want to be cool with people, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep even. I was saying that to you at the past, where I was like, I'm trying to keep you at arm's length. Like, you're a cool guy, but I also don't want to just keep trusting everyone. I'm not saying you're gonna fuck me over, as I know you enough by now that you won't. But like, still. It's best that way. You now have experienced getting fucked by someone who you thought you knew. Longer than I ever had with anyone else who fucked me over. So, yes, it is best that you keep to yourself on friendship-wise. Like, even me at arm's length at this point would make sense. Not that I'm gonna do anything, but... And I can't, I'm in Illinois, but like, yes. Talk to Johnny, too. And... if he can even understand full, like, I don't know, conversations and scopes of all this drama, it'd be best that you at least have someone you can go and dump things on besides me. Oh. Okay. Well, she probably don't, okay, well, if she doesn't understand why, then she may think it's her. I suggest it's best that you probably do that if you wanna stay away from even people that you know that way socially. Then it is best that you probably get off Twitch as well in general. But you're welcome to be here. Oops, damn it. Went down. But like, yeah, if you're getting off all social. I mean, makes some sense. But you do you, as long as you take care of yourself. I'm just saying, if you're getting off all social in general because you don't trust people anymore, it might be best that you get off in everything then. I was just saying, is social media in general, that would include Twitch. But you're welcome to stay here. I'm not saying you have to. It's just odd that you're getting off social media and other social media and Discord and removing people. Most of my community is fine. Oh, I was gonna say, my community is fine. It's not like you're gonna be personally dealing with them, interacting with them, to get fucked over by them. Well, that doesn't make sense. Then why are you... That's what my point is. You're getting off of Discord and all that to erase memories. Why is Twitch okay then? I'm very confused on that one. I was wondering why you left. Yeah. I hope you can I hope you'll be alright. You'll be alright. I didn't mean to say hope with that. I was trying to say something else. Just give it time. You'll find enough better people. Just take the... I'm honestly just not also the best speaker either. I've been through enough of the same crap like that over the years with people. Yeah, it's best to just be you. If you wanna, you're welcome to hang here, and as long as you're comfortable here, that's all that matters. But I don't. Again, and if you're not in the right state of mind, it may not. I don't want to have one of us set you off accidentally. Is the thing. Either, and I'm not saying you have to leave. I'm just worried that, in general, that you just may not find as much comfort here to take the time you need. Look, she does feel remorse for whatever happened. I don't know the full scope. She just wanted to. She just didn't understand why he, like, taken out for, like, deleted her or whatever, and then unfriended her. That was the whole thing. She was worrying that literal whole time. Yeah. Irving's a good guy, but he's a bit more old school and hard-headed, so like he takes time to get used to and trust people. Trust me, he was worried heavily about me and Tiffany, just because he knows how badly I get hurt by women in general. And my most recent breakup, my last breakup, it ended well, but like it hurt like hell, like losing my ex at the time. Like I was dead, and she wasn't the first who's broken my heart prior either, but like, so he knows like with how easily I fall for women when I do, and he's not wrong. Tiffany is literally the truest love of my life I've ever experienced, and having actually been with her, it confirms it in general. But yeah. Besides, Tiffany doesn't have a problem with you, Dragon. At least not that I'm aware of. Not that you guys talk all that much, but I'm just saying, like, you got her to talk to too, in Discord. I'm fine with you opening somewhat up to her. This may sound, Irving may hear this and be like, oh no, because he thinks like that. Just don't use Tiffany to get to me for anything. I'm not trying to throw that out there. But like, if you need anyone to talk to, my girlfriend's there. Because she's there for anyone. She's basically me, but female. So she'd be there for anyone in general. And that's why I'm throwing that out there. Like, you do have people. But if you need to take time away from Twitch and everything, that may be the best for you. I don't know your mental state. You also have your shoulder. Like I don't know how badly that's messing with your mind in general, but like that can't be fun to know that your shoulder will never be 100% either. Every day I worry if I'm going to be able to be on my own fully because I don't understand and how gullible I am and all of that life stuff. And then I know I have Tiffany, and then like my sense of direction also sucks. Like, but I have Tiffany and them to help me. And it's just like there's some minor lighting that always makes me look up. Are you? I think he's referencing you and us, I would assume. Man, my community doesn't know Dragon that long, but nonetheless, he's still welcoming. If that's what you're referencing. Either way, I don't know. But like, he knows Wolf, he knows Tiffany, he knows Irving-ish. Like, he doesn't know them well. He hasn't been part of my community that long. I've only known him for a couple of years myself. Technically, really don't fully know him, like, personally. We just hung out at work. Because even then, I don't really like to hang out with people. It's very rare to... But, yeah, I'm just saying, in general, you've been here longer, though, Blackfire. Well, you stepped away for a while. You've actually been in my community a bit longer than he has, and he didn't know my Twitch. He didn't join my Twitch community right away. I forgot when, but he definitely hasn't been here for like the whole 3 years. So he's fairly new, but he's getting there. But you've been around for a while. You just stepped away for a long time. It's like Al and Charlene, who's also one of my first moderators, along with you and Dumbass. Because you were around the time when Zero was with me. So you've been here for a while. I'm just glad that you had enough time away and that you're doing all right. That's all that matters. You never forgot me, either. Which, not saying you would, but I honestly thought I did something. And over time, I'm just like, eh. No, Zero the Bunny. It's a different. His original name was Sorceress Knight. Zero the Bunny. It's a separate name. Take care, Dragon. But he used to go. He was under the name Sorceress Knight originally. I don't know if you met them before under that name, but Zero the Bunny is who Ben blocked me and got mad at me. Because that's not the first time I upset him. Or whatever happened. So, yeah. He likes RPGs and such. He plays a lot of Final Fantasy and a lot of those type of games. Other RPGs and other RPGs like that. He's most likely on with something. His wife, however, has done some art for me. And that's what those emotes are. And she's currently working on art for my girlfriend. So shout out to Zero the Bunny's wife, Kiara. And Wolf. You want to join in Discord VC? I'll join. Dragon had to leave, so I'll join VC again. Alrighty. Itchy head. It's a shame you had to leave right as you pop back in. Deoxys event is that? Because I can't get one in my emerald. Ma! Howdy. What?
Nothing.
Making it laugh already?
Yep.
Oh.
I thought I found Ash's dad.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Where he?
They're mine.
Oh, okay. Rude.
And I set him free. Back to the wild. Why should he be captive in a Pokeball for the rest of his life?
Nice. That poor mime.
Well, I didn't harm him.
Big hooker. Yum.
I just hit him in the head with a Pokeball.
Nice.
But he wasn't harmed.
That's good. It's because he wasn't hit in the back.
I'm pretty sure it would still hurt if he got hit in the head.
Yeah, I know. But you said he wasn't harmed by getting hit in the head.
He had a headache.
Oh no, he turned into a Psyduck.
But first I couldn't throw any Pokeballs at him because he set up a screen in front of him. I think it was either light screen or reflect. I think you can do either one.
Better than when I derp out and miss like 50 times in a row.